Hey guys, let's talk about embellishments. Embellishments are a great way to add your unique touch to the items that you create. Early on with Liberty Jane, I did a bunch of embellishment work. I had basic jeans, t-shirt, and tank top items, and I would do a lot of iron-on sequin and stud design work, hand applied, and creating designs that I was looking to create for those pieces specifically. And it really helped to set those items apart. I am a big fan of simplicity. So when it comes to embellishment work, there's two directions you can take. There's complicated and hand-done couture type embellishment work, and we can touch on that in a later course. But for this course, I'm going to focus on the simplistic elements. You can find a lot of stuff out there where the hard, complicated work is already done for you, and you can take those pieces and apply them to your garments and really wow people with intricate detail. A good example of this was the Hello Oscar dress. We did a mermaid style fit of a really pretty silk dupioni fabric, and then once the dress was constructed, we looked through some trims and stuff that we saw at a really nice fabric store, and there was some really pretty trims with embroidered design, a floral type design with some beadwork sewn into it. So we took some of those and then cut them apart and then hand applied them into the specific design that we were looking for the side of that dress. It really worked with the doll's body to create a really pleasing silhouette, and all together it turned out into an amazing looking outfit. Adding embellishment is also a great thing to do to really switch things up for different seasons or different holidays. So with jeans and t-shirts, you can do different types of color schemes with the same idea, or different types of embellishments altogether. So if you have spring season and you're working with floral patterns and pastel colors or vivid colors, it's a good way to bring something and have it have a spring feel. But then in the fall, maybe you're going to work with richer colors and different techniques, maybe applying some trims or leather, little accents, stuff like that that really bring a richness of the feeling of the outfit for that time of year. And of course you have seasons like Easter, Valentine's Day, and Christmas where there's a big opportunity to embellish, and you can kind of go over the top for some of those because people are really looking for more of that cutesy, holiday looking embellishment for those types of seasons. I think the most important thing to really keep in mind when you're thinking through embellishing any item is the realistic look at the end, the overall outcome. So you just really want to think through the scale of the items that you're choosing, like the widths of ribbons or the type of lace if it's an applied lace onto a garment. If you're working with a pre-purchased iron-on or sequin design, you really want to look at the overall scale of that and then think through how does that compare. If that was something that you were wearing and the size of that compared to the doll, like how would that look on you, and really just think through the proportion and the scale so that your finished item looks authentic. Because then I think, people will be drawn to that and they'll like what they see. But if it looks awkward or out of proportion, it'll just kind of have that feeling more that it looks more like doll clothes than it looks like real clothes. So that's just an important tip to keep in mind. As we move forward on this topic, we're going to go over 4 different types of embellishments. The first one is going to be iron-on or hand-applied pre-purchased applique. So if you have a design that you can find where the embroidery work is already done, it's either like a floral embroidered piece and you can cut things apart, or it's trim work that has embroidery or beadwork on it and you can use parts of that or the whole thing as it is on your design. In week 2, we'll talk about applied trims or using fabric as your embellishment. So there's different types of trims like lace or ribbon, or you can use cut strips of fabric and create fabric flowers or different types of fabric add-on embellishments. And that'll be a fun one to really kind of get your creative juices flowing. In week 3, we'll look at painting on fabric. Now don't be intimidated by this. You don't have to be a painter or an artist to use this technique. There's simple watercolor type techniques that really just have a fun, unique look on a t-shirt or on a pair of jeans. My daughter has a jacket that she got, a denim jacket, and it has hand-painted flowers and vine work and even I think a dragonfly. It adds a very cute feminine detail to that jacket. So we'll look at painting simple and a little bit more complex designs on t-shirts, jeans, and jackets. And then to round out the month in week 4, I'm going to talk about hand embroidered embellishments. And don't worry, I'm going to keep it simple. There's a few basic stitches that if you learn, you can use those and build on them to create some interesting added detail, like on the back of a jean pocket or on a jacket or even on a t-shirt. And then a fun thing to do with that is added beads into your design. So you can hand sew beads onto your garment as well. And we've done this on the Kalara dress. I did it on the neckline, which was a fun way to just add a little bit of a couture detail to that outfit. I think it's going to be a really fun month of tips and techniques all about embellishments. And I really hope that you're inspired to use those and create some amazing pieces.